Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Women Are From Venus. I wish we talked about this in my first episode where I wish I knew how to do animation because I would just have it come up here. And I also wish that my camera, I'm holding this a full, why'd that do that? Oh. I'm holding, I'm okay dead. I'm holding this a full arm's length away and I feel like I'm still up in this camera's business. But how are we doing this week? I'm the queen of playing with my hair. I'm primping and preening myself for the camera. I'm I'm so vain. That's okay. That's real hot girl shit. How are we doing this week? This is actually being filmed on a Tuesday. These come out on Tuesday. I'm gonna have to turn this shit around real quick when I get home. Cause I just have not been in the mood to do my thing, you know what I mean? I'm back. Sorry, I'm staring at the water. There's a rock in the water. I'm back where we filmed last week. My little log is right over there. But I'm up on my little tree line spot now because I want to stay in the shade so the camera's not weird and shit. But it is so beautiful out here right now. Let me hold on. Let's zoom in. Oh, we're not gonna zoom in. Nope. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, hopefully this isn't, of course. 2 hours later. Okay, so, yeah, we're just back out in nature. See, look how pretty it is. Oh, you can't even really tell, but the camera's being weird, but it's so pretty out here. Staring at people, but I feel when women stare at people, it's not creepy. It's for research purposes only. I'm not being a creep because my intent is not being creepy, but he was looking at me in a weird type of way, and I was kind of getting uncomfortable. When you get the heebie-jeebies, that's how you know someone's a freaking weirdo. You know what I mean? So trust your intuition, ladies. And boys, if you're watching this, stop being fucking creepy. But anyway, it is such a nice fucking day. It's Tuesday. I don't have work on Tuesdays. So there's literally no one here. There's a bunch of old people here because this is I guess what old people do during the day. And I low-key wish that I was retired so I could just not do anything all day. This is just the life, dude. This is the life that the girlies deserve. You know what I mean? One day I will have enough money that I just can hang out and be girly and just be feminine and just I deserve to just lay down and be fed grapes. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the life. You know what I mean? I just want to go back to just what would I have been doing in ancient Greece? I don't even know. What would I have looked like? You ever think about that? Your past lives, what were you doing? I was a princess in a past life. I did a past life. Actually, I was a queen. I did a past life regression, and I was a queen. Literally. I'm not even I'm being so serious. So, that shit's crazy. What do I want to talk about this week? I feel I always have shit to talk about, and then I get here and I'm I wanted to talk about that sick fuck, and then I get so distracted. Let us see what's on the menu. Oh, this is a good one. I want to make a TikTok about this too, but I want to talk about I saw this woman on Instagram, I don't remember what her name was, and she was cock is a word that white men use, and I'm that is so true because you really only hear white guys saying the word cock, and every time you hear the word you're they're trying to sex you, and they're oh, suck my cock, and you're oh god, no thank you. Because it's so jarring when you hear the word. I'm so taken aback. I'm it's a normal sentence, and then I hear the word and I'm whoa, pump the brakes. I don't like that word. It's really so filthy to me, and is that a bird? That's what is that? kind of bird is that? Oh, anyway, but like coming from me, that means something. I really do feel like that cock is such a jarring and like unsettling word, and like when people use it in a sentence, it's like, whoa, it truly is offensive. I feel like more offensive than like saying dick. Yeah, I don't like that. But like, why are they saying it? You know what I mean? And like they expect you to like get into it, and you're like, like you kind of just ruined it and gave me the ick because you had to call your penis a cock. You know what I mean? Like, no thank you, I'm really okay, I've had my full, or I've had my fill, I'm really okay, but thank you. Like, I don't know, I feel like when I was younger I used to like be more into like sexting, but now that I've like gotten older, I'm just kind of like I don't need to like be painted I don't need to be painted I don't need you to paint this picture for me of like what you're going to like you know what I mean, like, because I know that you're not like gonna live up to it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I think the other thing too is like I'm a mature woman, right? My birthday's in 1 week. Happy birthday to me. Oh, like, you know what I mean? But I feel like as a mature woman, like I have some experience under my belt. I read a lot of smut books as well. So I feel like nothing that a man can say to me is going to like make me feel the same type of way that reading this book written by a woman is going to make me feel, because like romance and like smutty books written by women, so hot. Like I don't think that it really does not have the same effect when a man is writing that stuff, because you're kind of just like they're writing it from a man's perspective, so like it's therefore not attractive, because like I'm not saying all men, not all men, but a lot of men, like they're only worried about their cock. They're not worried about how it's happening to me. Like, oh yeah, like what the fuck? Like stop. And I just like I want them to like read these books, even though like I want them to read the books and like learn like this is what you should say and this is how you should say it, because like reading this is hot, but reading what you're typing to me is just not cute. And like I really am like really good at like shutting it down, because like you're not my boyfriend, like we're not doing this. Like if we haven't done anything and you're trying to like say that type of shit to me, I'm like, pump your brakes right now. Like we need to, like, I need to see you in action before I can believe what you're saying to me. You know what I mean? I'm a woman of action. Like, do better. Do better. My college lacrosse coach, like, always would say that to us, like, do better. And those are honestly words that I live by. Like, we have a shirt that says do better on the back. And I have old people all the time. They're like, oh my God, I love your shirt, do better. And I'm like, you should do better too, girl. Like, they don't understand the meaning behind it, because, like, there's really no time in my life that, like, sometimes you really just need to do better. You know what I mean? I mean, there's, like, cases, I guess, where you can't do better, but, like, you're doing your best. Do better or do your best, I feel like, is really... Sometimes I was just about to say your best isn't good enough. But sometimes it's not. Dude, I'm, like, sitting here and... Look at this acorn. Chopped in half. Who was eating this? It kind of looks rotten. There's nuts on the ground. What's this? I feel like this feels like FaceTime. I was thinking about that on my little walk over here from the parking lot. I was like, what I really like about this is it feels like FaceTime. And I was like gonna do a little segment where I'm like, hold on, I'll do it. Ugh. We're just like besties, and I'm here like twiddling my feet. We're just chatting. I'm like, this is so funny. We're like on a picnic, and I'm like, yeah, and we're like talking shit about people. I do like a good shit talking. Beep, beep, beep. I feel like it's more effective with my shoes off. You got my heart, got my money. I don't even know what that song is. I think about you all the time. This is also really hard because I'm like laying uphill. It is kind of relaxing though. If I was not afraid of like rolling my ankle, I would definitely be frolicking in this field right now. Or like getting my shoes messed up because my shoes are white, as you guys all just saw. Because there's like definitely divots in it. Dude, oh my god, this one time. Okay, so this one time, where'd my phone go? Who cares actually? Wait, what the fuck? Oh, it's over here. This one time, so the summer going into my senior year, that looks so good right now. The summer going into my senior year, I worked on this farm up in the Poconos, and truly such a summer of growth. And so towards the end of the summer, so the assistant farm manager was this like older guy named Dennis, and I was always cracking jokes with Dennis because like one thing about me is like, dude, is it gonna rain? How majestic do I look right now? Oh, so majestic. But so this guy, okay, back to this. So Dennis was the assistant farm manager, and like I was always cracking jokes, and like I'm always like putting on my little show and like trying to make everyone laugh or whatever. And everyone like knows that I'm like dramatic, right? So like everyone knows that like Amanda's really dramatic, like whatever, like she'll get over it. And we were like, this farm that I worked at like grew hemp, and we had to like put the hemp out in these grow bags so we'd lay out it's like a field like this, so we'd like lay out these tarps so that the grass would die, and then we had to put these bags on top of it and put the hemp in it, whatever. So I'm like walking next to the tarp. I'm looking at the tarp, and I'm not looking where I'm going. And I step into this divot. Like it had to be like a 6-inch deep divot. I step into the divot, my ankle goes, and I fall to the ground. I'm in fucking agonizing pain, and I'm like crying, and I'm like, because it hurts so bad, I'm like laugh crying, and Dennis is like, get up. It's because we were like staking it, so we had like these bamboo stakes, and he's like, you better get up or I'm gonna whack you with one of these. And he's like joking, and then like he sees that I'm being serious, he's like, oh. I'm sorry, are you okay? And I'm like, no. And I had to be like, this is when I was like friends with my ex-best friend. He had to like carry me, and like it was this whole fucking thing because it hurt so bad. And then I proceeded to like roll that same, dude, I need to get better with this. I proceeded to roll that same ankle 4 other separate times after that. Like that was a really bad sprain. Dude, I remember this one time, so that was in the summer, that was like late July. That next Halloween, I was still in college as a senior, and I'm wearing the same boots that I was wearing, my like cowgirl boots, because I went as like a cowgirl because I like nothing else to wear, because like my good costume, because when you're in college, like I feel like you have like your good costume, and then you have like your whatever, I'll throw this shit together. I was in my like I'll throw this shit together costume, and I was wearing those fucking godforsaken boots, and we were walking from, where were we walking from? We were walking from, holy shit, because I forgot about this. I was going to share their story on here. So we were walking from this one house to the other house, because they're like right down the road from each other. And it's like dark. And after I sprained my ankle, I like couldn't trust myself to just like walk and not roll my ankle. So like against my better judgment, because I was like obviously under the influence, I didn't have my flashlight on, and I rolled my ankle again. I'm on the floor. I have this video is so funny. I'm on the ground, like crying again. I'm on the ground. I have my knees up like this. I'm laying on the ground like this with my foot up in the air, and I'm like crying, laughing again. My friends are like, because my nickname in college was Keegs. They're like, Keegs, get up. Because we were literally, I kid you not, we were like 100 feet from the house. Maybe like 150 feet from the house. They're like, Keegs, get up. We have to pee. Like, get the fuck up. Stop being dramatic. Like, get up right now. And I'm like, guys, I can't. It hurts so bad. I'm crying. I'm like, guys, seriously, it's not funny. Like, it hurts so bad. And like, I'm like, they're like, we have to pee. And I'm like, pee in the fucking bush. I don't care. And they peed in the bush, some of them. And they were so pissed because then like right after they had gotten back from peeing, I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Like, let's go. They were like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, well, I'm fine now. Like, you could have held it. You could have held it. Like, or you could have gone to the house. But everyone was so nice. They like wanted to wait for me to like see if I was okay. And I was like, pee in the bush. But it was so funny. This is also a story that I have not, this story, so like the house that we were at before we went to this other house that I sprained, like the house we were at before I like sprained my ankle, we were at like this house and I had never been to this house before and there was like all these random people in there. I'm up on a table, like this was, I was like in my crazy face. I was like up on this table, it was like a coffee table, but I'm like up on this table with this guy. We're like dancing and my friend gets up on the table and I was like, you don't come up here, like it's gonna break. She comes up there, the table, like the legs just give out, the table falls flat. I swear to God, there must have been like the record scratch. And someone's like, this guy who I guess was like friends with someone that lived at the house. He's like, yo, who the fuck just broke this fucking table? And I was like, oh my God, like what? And the guy that I was on the table with, he's like, his friend comes up because like this guy's like getting in his face because like the guy doesn't assume it's me because I'm just a teenage girl. So he like gets in this dude's face and then that guy's, this fight happens because me and my friend are dancing on this table with this fucking guy. We get up on this table and I'm like, I knew the second that she got on the table was gonna break. It was like funny, but like there's this fist fight starting and I was like, yo guys, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Cause I was there with my team. I was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, we're not messing with this business. Like, they're fighting, we need to get out of here. Oh my God, it's so funny. And then I like sprained my ankle on my way to the next house. Ugh, so funny. I miss college. I just like, I don't miss like being in college. I miss like how carefree and chaotic I was. Like now I'm like, okay, act like a lady sometimes, girl. You know what I mean? Like I was just so reckless and like didn't give a fuck about anything in college. I was just like, whatever. I mean, I obviously cared, but like I was just like, woo, party girl, and I just like want that back. You know what I mean? But that was a fun story time. I feel like this was just a more of a story time episode. I don't really know any advice I could really talk about right now. Nothing's really happened to me that I can like talk about and like make a thing. I don't know.